Hi guys, it's Tasha. As you can see, I am on a bed. My brother is generous enough to allow me to stay with him part time while I go travel and do other things. So I'm gonna do a reading. We're gonna start off with past, present, and future energies. I think this is gonna keep shaking. I gotta. I gotta bring my tripod up here. Okay. Past energy. Spirit of spring. Action, freedom, power. Current. The dolphin caller. Pure, joyful friendships, loving help. Future. The green man. Rising, energy surge, fertility. Ooh. I like the sound of that one. All right, let's look at the spirit of spring. She comes to touch the world into awakening again. Each cycle follows its course, and at her point on the cycle, the spirits of spring emerge and do their work. Each has their part to play, from fairy to the goddess who breathes life back into the still world. When she comes to you, no matter what part of the external cycle you are at, inside it will be your spring. This is your renaissance. This is your time of jasmine and sweetness. This is the time to consider what it is you will grow. And you must hurry, dear one, to catch this energy, which is coming to you, bursting up through the blood, through the cells and into the mind, where ideas will be born that will shape the world yet to come. You are a part of the next step on this planet, and you must make true and real within that world the ideas which now arise within you. For the spirit of spring is urging you to recreate the world anew, to initiate the ideas and to fulfill the promise of conception. You have work to do, dear one, a vocation to fulfill, and it is beyond the numbing plod of the slave machine that can be our culture. You have more to give than that. It is pushing through the limitations that seem to be all about you. You are free to make your life your garden, free to become what your nature has destined you to be, free to make wild the life that forces within the paradigms would prefer to enslave for those purposes. The power of pure, fresh, sweet life is within you. Let it pour through you, arise up out of you, take root in your soul, and blossom through words and actions, choices and commitments. Do not hesitate. The time for action and growth is now. Touch your life as she does, for you are her and she is you. And once this is recognized, you can never be taken prisoner again. So, past energy. Learning to be in your own power and not allowing anyone else to disrupt it with their beliefs. Learning how to be in your own power and not allow anybody to take you out of it. Okay, current energy, the dolphin caller. There are those who can call forth the powers of nature, the messengers of the Mother and of the Great Spirit. But when we gaze upon nature's marvels, we rarely see the ancient ones standing in their midst, stirring again and again the cauldron of the planet and allowing us to see all of the beauty and wonder that is there, here, that is here. The dolphin caller steps forth at dawn, and to this being, the ancient relatives of the humans, the people of the sea, who will move through and around the waters to cleanse and clear the sacred oceans, come. They reawaken with the waters their purity and their song, and the dolphin caller will transfer their song and gift in clearing energy to the land, to the people, as they go about their day. So many now are beginning to arise from their slumber, and not just the slumber of sleep, they are awakened from the slumber of the soul. So too are you, as the dolphin caller and these magical beings of the oceans now call you to awaken to your own possibilities, to a new beginning, not only each day, but a new beginning for your very soul. A time of play, of release, of cleansing, and of zest, and joyful friendship is available for you. We become like those we are surrounded by, and these beings will lift the spirits and remind you of what friendships can be like. No matter what is taking place in your life, the dolphin's energy is now shared with you, so you can feel the freedom and fluidity, the soaring grace and power of these oceanic marvels. You are their friend, and the dolphin caller will send to you this energy until you feel your own exhilaration rise, and you laugh again with the sheer joy of being alive. Your soul will revel in your happiness, and you will thank the dolphins and this caller, who has known of your need and has now sent the help you have been long asking for. Friendships, too, are a part of this card's energy. To have moments when you can share the joy, bringing you to an exquisite sense of being loved and accepted and delighted in. So your current energy is purity, maybe getting back to a sense of child self and those feelings you had before they were warped by future experiences. Going back to a you that didn't hold on to things, right? And then number 18, the green man. It's the future. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how settled or unsettled we may seem to be, the cycles of the planet are inside of us, and we cannot escape their magic. For now it is the time of the green man, and the call to rise and reach for the light has come again. The nature within you is rising. Just as the green man of the spring awakens the seeds and calls to the sap to rise in the world outside of you, within you is a world, a system of branches and leaves and shimmering light, all of which is longing to be rediscovered and expressed once again. After the time of stillness, after the quiet and the contemplation comes the growth and the action and the wisdom of the trees within. You have inside of you the keys to speak to the trees and the flowers, to rise earlier, rest deeper, feel the song of the soul, hear the song within you, and feel the song of the world around you, inside of you, beneath your feet. It is time to take off your shoes and place your feet back into the earth, to let the guidance of the green man help you to choose what you eat and what you drink, and to grow again. Dear child of the earth, never forget that. Well, you were surely made of the stars. You were born to the earth, and this earth is a blessing and full of joys. Lie in the sun. Tend to the garden inside and in the world. Grow something. Start something yourself. Reach out like the plants and move towards the sun. Let the light within you grow brighter and come from the place where you felt safe. For now it is time to expand into the world and let nature be your guide, and let the shining life within you warm all that is about you. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. Your future is engulfed in light. The first card, Spirit of Spring. I'm from the Midwest, and our winters go long. Spring is one of the most refreshing seasons. And it really does give me, personally, a sense of freedom, action, and power. I feel the same way about fall, too. Fall is its own different, I have different feelings towards it and different things that I associate with it. But just imagine the feeling of spring, even if it's not here at this time. Like, what does that, and I know we passed it, we're in summer now, right? So you're past, it would be spring. It's really just feeling those emotions of bliss, renewal. To me, the new year is not January 1st. The new year to me is spring. That's when I feel renewed. That's when I feel like things are changing. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. The dolphin collar, your present energy. Your present energy is playful. And being open to play and pure fun. Receiving help from others in ways that you may need help. There might be somebody that is there to help you. And your future energy is basically kind of, I feel like, becoming the sun. It's the green man on here, but like, does he not kind of look like the sun? Just being in a total embodiment of light. Having so much energy and fertility to be able to continue to not only grow yourself, but help others grow. Being a shining light to others that could use it. Sometimes we have more light than we need, right? Why not share it? Share your light. Because that's what's going to help people. And it's going to help you. How rewarding that is to help others. I love helping others. It's just incredibly, yeah. It's an incredible feeling to help others. All right, let's see. Okay, I want to know what your current energy is. That's what it keeps I saw satisfaction on the bottom. Friend. Wealth. Sage. Caregiver. Okay. Friend. I'm noticing some of these are knocked down. Some of the pieces are knocked down. That's telling me that it's likely that you could be losing some friends or releasing friends or previous friends that you thought aligned with you. And it's also calling out to me the black and the white between the pieces. They might be black and white thinkers. Yeah. That's not the best feeling. And I'm sorry if that is you and you're going through that. Just know that you're growing and you're becoming a better version of yourself, and you never know who you're going to end up meeting. Wealth, a desire for wealth. It's looking like there's a pathway to this wealth. You just need to find the door. Sage. This one is focus, contemplation, inner guidance. With age comes discernment, judgment, and experience, even magic, as Claire finds when she reaches full maturity. It brings me back to what I was mentioning earlier about the childhood joy. Before we've had all of these different experiences and judgments, what was that life like? Right? How did you feel? 1818 on the clock. Last one, caregiver. Family, nurturing loyalty, feeling loyal to your family. Not even just family, but defending your beliefs and your own personal way of thinking and dreams. It's easy to get caught up in thinking everybody else knows what they're doing and that you don't know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. I don't want you to worry about that. All right, this is the Zodiac Oracle. How about some clarification for friend? sorry if you guys are watching this because it's bumpy. I'll make sure next time that I have it better than that. Friend, Autumn. Celebrate a recent cycle, then let it go. While goodbyes can be bittersweet, they're an inevitable part of life. What was I just saying about the friend card? Some of these, they're going to be goodbyes. And that can be really sad and bittersweet. But it's a part of your evolution and growth. Wow. Anything else for friend? Taurus. This situation is anchored in steadfast loyalty and love. You can still have love for somebody that you let go. It doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means that you're in a different part of your life, and at this point your lives don't align. You can still be loyal to them in the way that you hold maybe their secrets or things like that, right? Okay. Well, I tried to do a reading yesterday, you guys, and I was standing and I almost passed out like twice. So I was like, okay, maybe I have to sit down to do readings. All right, for wealth, we've got Neptune. Soften hard edges, take the scenic route. Let your ideal next step be revealed in its own time and way. Don't be so rigid about how you think this money is going to come in, or the way you think it has to come in. What else? Cardinal modality. This card's gorgeous. Do not wait, be bold and jump in. When you take swift action, things will begin moving in the right direction. So soften hard edges. Like, it's asking you, and this is the number 1. Like, this is the first card in the deck. Soften those hard edges, take the scenic route, and don't wait. Like, be bold and jump into whatever this idea it is that you have. Like, for me, I want to literally go take scenic routes and just experience different parts of nature and, like, documenting it, filming it, right? So whatever it is in your idea, your mind, sometimes you can make money from things you never even knew. You never even knew. Okay? All right, Sage. That's your, like, inner guidance, intuition. Aquarius. Think outside the box. Cultivate a willingness to see things in a brand new way. Your thoughts, they may be drowned by old previous experiences. Be open to new experiences. Just because it happened one time does not mean every single time that thing is going on that the same result's gonna happen. Mercury. Communicate clearly now. Have a conversation to gain clarity and facilitate understanding. Be really clear with yourself about what you want. Deep down, you know exactly what you want. I also feel the need to say that even though sometimes you know what you want, it may not always be what you receive in the way that you thought that you would, if that makes sense. Sometimes you think you want something, but the universe has something even better in store for you. You're like, whoa, I didn't even know that existed. Like, I'm so grateful to know that existed. All right, clarification for caregiver. Too many. Summer. Oh, and water. Say hello to luck, contentment, warmth, laughter, a full heart, and wide open gates of opportunity. Relax and attune to your body's fluid nature. Let your emotions flow. To be a natural caregiver, you must be able to take care of yourself first. Seems that you're being taken care of by the universe, is what that's giving me. Say hello to luck, contentment, warmth, laughter, a full heart, and wide open gates of opportunity. Relax and attune to your body's fluid nature. Let your emotions flow. Be present. Presence is so important. All right, last deck is tarot. What's some guidance that we need when it comes to friends or relationships ending? Guidance for friend. King of Wands. Ace of Wands. The Magician. Ooh. King of Wands. Leader, honest, active. Passion, inspiration, potential. You're a leader of your own world. You're not following anybody else. You're deciding your own things. We're all human and we're all equal. You're not less than anyone else. Sure, some people might know more things than you. At the end of the day, you know you. Right? And if you don't, you're working on it. Like, you're putting in the active effort to know you. That was the King of Wands. And then we've got the Ace of Wands, which is action, inspiration, potential. It's moving you, like, that's more towards your current energy where, okay, you're the leader, and now you're becoming somebody that has different passions and inspirations coming out. Sometimes when you're so attached to other humans, it's easy to like morph with them and have like the same interests and do the same things. But when you really take that step back and you're on your own, it allows you to come back to self more and to be able to create different ideas and imaginations in your mind that turn into passions and inspiration. Okay? All right. And then ended it off with the Magician. Focus, manifestation, and grounding. Just make sure you're staying grounded, focused on what it is that you want, and manifest. Put into existence the type of friendship that you would really love. Say, oh, Spirit, like, I would really love to have a friend that's an active listener and one that doesn't interrupt me. Things like that. All right, next we've got wealth. What advice do we have for wealth? Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Man, we talking about wealth and we got all pentacle cards? Please. All right, so seven of Pentacles, that kind of gives me the vibes of being like comfortable with money, having a bit of comfort within, like, oh, it's okay, like I can spend some of this money, like it's not gonna be a big deal. Satisfaction, reward. It can also mean reflection, a reflection about how you feel about your finances. So make sure you're reflecting. Do you have positive thoughts about finances? Do you have negative thoughts? So the King of Pentacles. Fatherly, disciplined, powerful. Being in power of, like, that's your current energy. Being in power of your finances and your wealth. Like stability. And then finishing off with the Ten of Pentacles. Security, wealth, contentment. Complete security and stability within your material world. All right, what messages do we have for Sage? Three of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Five of Jars. Three of Pentacles is collaboration. Implementation of skills, business. Ten of Swords. Desolation. Here's the Three of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. And then the Five of Jars, which is loss. The end is in sight with the Ten of Swords. Sage talks about focus. So there's a focus on collaboration. A focus on business or implementation of skills. And it seems that with this Ten of Swords, you can't continue in the same way that you've been continuing. There's some kind of change or change of thinking in your processes to make things go smoother. Ending up with this Five of Jars, which is loss. You see like everything standing in front of her has, like, it's all broken down. Even the jars in front of her are broken, but look behind her. There's two new fresh jars there. So look for things, something that you may have missed. All right, caregiver. Queen of Swords. Ace of Jars. The Sun. Ooh, I like it. All right. Queen of Swords. Independent, direct, experienced. For caregiver. You know how to be a caregiver. All too well. Ace of Jars. You know how to be a caregiver to others, but are you caring for yourself and giving to yourself? as much as you maybe need. Because once you start to like really care for yourself and indulge in love with yourself, care for yourself, doing the simple things, brushing your teeth before bed. And as I say that, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. We all have times of our life that we go through struggles and it's hard for us to maybe even get out of bed, right? But look at the queen, how she's looking at that. She's looking at that Ace of Jars. Ace of Jars is turning into maybe even new relationships. To me, it's coming across as really being at the point of self-love where there is the ability for new relationships to come in. When you're really at one with yourself and you're not being threatened by whether somebody saying something is going to change your way of thinking or your thoughts. When you just truly know who you are and you're able to have that discernment of, okay, is this something that's going to be beneficial to me for me to take in, or do I want to leave this be? You're gonna, if you don't have that ability, now you're gonna have that ability. And I can't tell you how great of a feeling that is. You're on your way to it if you're not there yet. And finishing out the reading with the sun. Look at all these bees. Like all these different types of bees. I want to read the sun. Vitality, energy, positivity. This is a glorious card, and to find it in a reading is significant. Take note of the cards that surround it, for they will offer illumination as to how the sun is shining on the reading. The golden sunflower itself represents the energies of the four elements combined. Earth gives it foundation, water gives it life, air enables its reproduction, and fire in the heat of energy that it provides us food. Its glorious head turns throughout the day to follow the sun's passage, and upon its seeds flitter 12 different bees of all species. These bees represent the 12 signs of the zodiac and their influence on the apparent life here on Earth. The 3 small flies on the yellow petals represent the difficulties. The current faced whilst undergoing the challenges of the moon, the star, and the tower. The flies represent perseverance, transformation, and adaptability. This card highlights the inner light that shines within all of us, and the intensity of that light often shines the brightest when we have overcome our personal challenges. Upright position. A new dawn has begun, and a new and splendid light is shining from within you. You are experiencing all good things in business, finances, health, relationships, and connections. Because happiness is often fleeting, it is best seen as a platform that catapults you to contentment. Therefore, grab this moment and celebrate the victories and the joys in your life. Pat yourself on the back for your small wins, because you deserve it. 4448. after everything we've gone over, be open to endings. Be open to beginnings. Be open to new beliefs. Be open to new love. Be open to releasing love. Be in the vibration that you're able to receive. How do you do that? Feeling that you're worth receiving, that you have value, that you matter, that your words matter, that your mind matters. All right, this was like a little bit of a different reading, guys. Let me know if you liked it. Again, I'm Tasha. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you next time.